Hi everyone, it's Lisa from Pretty Fabulous. I am back. So we are now doing the Etsy digital planner, which is the Etsy Kickstarter. It's also called the Perfect Planner because I felt at the time that I had made the perfect planner. So this was the first ever pop-up shop planner I made where it had all of the social media graphics and the Instagram highlights and blog PDFs and told you how to load this on Etsy. So I'm very excited that this is now a digital planner. I shouldn't say now. It has been a digital planner. I updated it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Gonna make myself smaller. There we go. All right, so just like all digital planners, this one has the faux coils, and this one also has an annual for both 2023 and 2024. And like I said, it's always like the 8.5 by 11 has more space in terms of width. This one, and when you convert it into a digital planner, because I do the two pages side by side, it has more space underneath for vertical. So I have added annual goals and annual goals in blue and green on the right and the left for the annual at a glance. When we jump to monthly, same thing. I just added a section for notes at the bottom. And then over here, you can see this just goes through each month. And then you could jump to January. You can jump to April. You can jump to July, October, December. It goes by really quick. So it's a little confusing in the fact that when you jump to February, you are still going to see that it has January at the top. And the reason for that is because whenever the first day of February fell, I made sure to change the tabs so that this is now February. Because usually when you say February, you're like, where is February 1st? Not is where is the majority of February dates, right? So same thing when you jump to March, you're going to see March 1st starts down here. And then over here, you have like other things going on. Same thing for May. And let me make a little note. 8th. Okay. And then when you jump to July, you're going to see that July 1st is over here. And September lands over here. And again, because this is a 2-page spread, it goes by pretty quickly. So let's just go ahead and jump into the InDesign file if you want to edit that. So over here, you're going to see I did leave this blue. Usually I change the color every year. It was supposed to go to green this year, and I just didn't like the green. Did I not like the green? Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't feeling green. Have you noticed I just haven't designed anything in green? There's nothing wrong with green, but we could switch to green next year for 2024. But here you can see, again, before I turn on overprint preview, the dotted lines represent the hyperlinks. And the hyperlinks are always inside here at the top at the parent pages. So if you go into window and pages, make sure there's a check mark in front of it, you should see this flyout menu here on the right. And this line above it are all the parent pages. Below are all the actual pages of your document. Think of parent pages kind of like the header footer in Microsoft, or like I want to say a watermark, but that doesn't really sound right. Just something that repeats on every single page. So for the page numbers, again, just like before, you have 1.1, which is the start of January. And again, these go by really quick. You have 1.2, and then right away you jump to 2.1. 2.2, 3.1, etc. This one, I honestly think might be a little bit, if I was going to add pages to this, and definitely do what you want to do, but I would do it in the same format where you have annual together, you have the monthlies together, you have all of your weeklies in here together. And then I would just add a section at the end of this, like a whole new section on goal setting, or maybe do it before goal setting or year in review or note pages, something like that, just because the weeks, like I tried showing you on the PDF, September starts like over, whoops, 9.1. September starts over here, but you've already had all of August. So where would you put the August wrap up, right? Would it be before that, like in the middle of August? It would look kind of weird. So it's just a different type of planner. So anyways, it's still a great planner. It's just mostly meant for someone who's like, I just want the dates, just give me space to write and then leave me alone. So if you want to make any changes, again, check your parent pages first to see if there's anything on here that you want to change. There really are just lines on here. So I take that back. When you go to the actual pages, you're going to see that you can change the text, you can change the fonts. Now, I do believe this one does use character styles. So if you go to Window and you go to Styles and you go to Character Styles, now that I've said that, I might be wrong, but if I go over here, oh, there it is. Oh no, it has a plus in front of it, so it was changed. But this is pretty easy. So if, again, I was in love with the Sleep Lesson font and I was in love with the Think Pink font for a long time. But if you want to change from Think Pink to something else like Gotham, what is this? Gotham Thin. That's kind of hard to see. Gotham, let's make this a Gotham Medium, baby. Here we go. Yeah, that's much easier to see. So if you want to change this to Gotham Medium, again, just make sure you have whatever that style is selected. Hit the plus sign here on styles. And it's a little deceptive because you're still on the old one, but it like drops and it puts a style underneath it. And it does it like wherever on the list. I don't know why when you create a new parent page, it drops it to the bottom. This one, it just does it in the middle. So over here, you're going to double click that and you're going to say, this is my new Gotham Medium for the weekly up of the page or whatever. And then character formats, we have medium. Maybe I'm going to change this to a 27 just because maybe it might not fit on other pages. I'm going to leave the color white because I have a dark color behind it. And that's pretty much it. So now if I want to make changes, really easy. I don't have to have the type tool selected. I just select this box here. I hit Gotham Medium and now it's been changed. And you can see the spacing is off. So you're going to have to make changes for that too. But if I jump down here, I can easily, again, I just hit this one and then hit Gotham Medium and now it's changed. So the spacing is off. So you will have to possibly change that inside of there. All right. Do I have anything else for you really to change on this? Again, these are dated planners. There's not a lot to add in here. The Saturday and Sunday are pretty big boxes, but it's to make up for the fact that they're tiny boxes instead of like a long horizontal like you have at the top. And that is pretty much it. So you have your back of your planner, you have the front of your planner. And like I said, I would probably add pages at the very end if I was going to do it, like a whole new section. And make sure, just like with every other digital planner, make sure to do File, Export when you send this to your customer, and make sure you choose Adobe PDF Interactive. The interactive is the one that will give you the clickable tabs. Adobe PDF will not have any of your clickable tabs. And when they open it inside of GoodNotes, there will be no magic for the clickable tabs. So that's all you have to do to make sure that your client gets the right format. As far as when you save it, you can do File Save As, make sure you save it as an INDD, and to make sure you get all of the images, I always do File Package, and then it puts all of your images for you into what's called a links folder. So over here, if we look at our links folder, we can see all of those different pages on the back. Oh, I forgot. So you do have the editable Photoshop file, and that will create these images for you. So let's say, again, like I said, I chose to just do blue again, but say you're like, you know what, Lisa, you said it was going to be green. I'm just going to make it green. So you can come here to this Photoshop file and we can select everything. And I'm going to hold down the Command key that has green. I lied. I'm going to hold down the Shift key, not the Command key. Everything that has that blue, and we're going to change it to a green. It's a fast way to make all these changes. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make this green. That did not make that green. Just kidding. Over here, I'm going to go to appearance and fill. Now I'm going to make that a green. And is that really like the green I want? Maybe I want like a brighter green. That looks kind of like a teal for some reason on this page. And that's not what I want. It is still looking very teal. That's unfortunate. I wonder if I have I have a hue saturation thing going on. Let's delete that. There we go, hue saturation. There, now it is my bright green. Sometimes I put things in the layers and I totally forget about them. All right, so now I need to change these to a light green. So again, I could just go through and I could hold the shift key and that will quickly change all of these alternating ones. And again, you don't have to do alternating colors. You could choose like dark, medium, light, or some other kind of combination. I'm going to go here to the fill and I am going to go to that green that I have, and I'm going to pick a lighter version of it. There you go. It kind of looks the same, but now I have green and green going on as my background. So how do I actually put this into the document that I have? So over here on the left, remember you wouldn't see all the tabs on the left and all the tabs on the right at the same time. You have to like make the magic happen here in Photoshop. So here are the tabs over here. Oh no, this is the right ones. Here are the left tabs. So they're in a folder called left tabs on left. So I try to make it pretty obvious. You can just hit this little eye icon and that means they're invisible. Same thing with these tabs here on the top left, you wouldn't see, you would just see the right if you had like home or you have January. Oh, that's a lie. You would see the ones on the left. You wouldn't see the ones on the right if you have January open. So we're going to pretend that this is January. So we're going to go to File and we're going to go to Export for Web. Don't worry about changing the dimensions. They were perfectly sized just for an iPad. So you can do Save. And now I can call this my new January green tabs. And then how do I get it inside InDesign? I go back into InDesign. I go to January parent pages here at the top. All I have to do is hit this one thing. I know there's like a text on here. Just ignore it. Only make sure you have the selection tool selected. Hit this. And remember to place things, you can either drag and drop them or you can do file place. I would do file place only because there's some other things on here. And sometimes when you drag and drop, if you drag and drop in the wrong place, it will automatically think you just want to fill this one particular line, which you don't. So we're going to do file place. And we're going to find that one file that we just did here, new green tabs. And now I have my new green tabs, which are right here. So when I go into anything that has this parent page, January applied, when I go into 1.1, because if I hover over this, it says 1-January applied. Now I see my green tabs. And then I'd have to go back through and I'd have to start making these green as well so that they match. And then I'd have to change all of this text over here to be green so this matches. So it all happens pretty quickly. This bar down here is actually in the parent page. So you'd want to change this over here to your green. And if I jump into January again, yeah, now it's all green. See, I just didn't like, I mean, I don't hate it. It just is a little too green. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I was like, the next color for the next year would be green. I guess on that tiny little snippet when it said, see you in 2023, it looked cute, but like overall as a whole planner, it looks very much like this is the leprechaun planner. I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with leprechauns or good luck, but it was just a little too green for me. All right, that is a wrap. That is everything. If you have any questions or think of anything else that you need, drop me a note. But that's how you change your tabs. That's how you edit the file and add pages. So that is the Etsy digital planner. And I believe I still have, is it one more or two more left to do? I can't tell because I'm inside of here. Okay, so we have a question. What is your opinion on adding holidays to planners? That's a great question. here's my thoughts. The next planner that we're going to see, the digital quarterly, does have a couple dates in there. And I always err on the side of caution. I shouldn't say your audience. Who knows? There's so many people in an audience, but I have gotten a lot of slack for not putting in certain holidays and leaving out other holidays. Like somebody might say, why are the Jewish holidays not here? And then if I add the Jewish holidays, then somebody from another religion might say, why aren't these other religious holidays in there? So you can't please everybody. I did notice, if you look at the latest Erin Condren calendars, she has added in holidays inside there that I've never heard of, like in languages that I don't even know where they're from. And I think it's an effort that probably she got the same message as I did, and she's just trying to be very inclusive, but there are so many religions and so many holidays. It is really difficult to do so. So, you can never go wrong with including the US federal holidays, and they're right there on the US federal government page that the US federal bank or whatever gives to their employees. But just know that sometimes someone might send you a note. So that's the only reason I don't always include holidays for that reason. So I hope that helps. I know that was an extremely long answer. All right, so I'm going to shut this down and I will see you in 2 seconds for the next digital planner.